All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machachwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. This is the brother lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And what I want to go into in this lesson is, how at, at this point where we are in prophecy, um, you know, we're on an any day basis at this point. And this is based off a scenario that happened to me personally. I want to say about a day or so ago. When I was at work. I was at work. At the plantation on the grind. And a little bit frustrated with some of the things that were going on. You know, at the plantation that day. And I'm of course sighing and crying. Praying to the Lord to get us the hell up out of Babylon, to get us out of captivity, and but also meditating on a lot of the things that have been circulating in the news, um, and even amongst the body. Brothers have been talking about cyber attacks, EMPs, grid failures, and et cetera, power outages, blackouts, right? And that's been talked about more and more frequently within the past year, maybe year and a half or so, right? It's in you hear it in the alternative media, um, even on the mainstream media. It's being talked about more. Different articles have come out about it, different headlines. Um, brothers have done videos on it, etc. Right? So as I have all these thoughts coming into my mind about these things, as well as being vexed of just being in captivity. You know, um, as it is written, they shall wear out the saints of the Most High. As all of that's happening um, at my workplace, all the power goes out. All of the power goes out like that, and boom. As I'm meditating on these things, and then so at first, I'm a little relieved because with the power out, of course, that kind of gave me a little bit of relief from the task that I was doing. I could take a little bit of a breath of fresh air, kind of just relax a little bit, so to speak. But then it dawned on me to kind of check out the status of the neighborhood, that in the area that I work at, to see if it was just where I was working at that the power went out, or was it a wider issue that affected the surrounding area. And come to find out, the power outage that took place affected the surrounding area as well. Okay, in the area where I work at, so it wasn't just the building that I work in, okay, the place of my work, but it was also the whole surrounding neighborhood and area, surrounding it. People were coming outside and wondering what happened, on their phones, etc. Right. And so that right there, I took it as a sign. Eventually, of course, the power went back on and everything kind of went back to normal, as usual. But I took it myself as a sign that the Lord was really communicating to me through that instance that, hey, all the things that we create, we cry to the Lord about, we pray to Him about, um, that we've been speaking on for years. The apostles and elders and their elders have been speaking on for years. We're in a time where those things are getting ready to happen. Okay, all right, and we have to be ready. Okay, the Lord, and I mean and then on top of that, it was on a faith booster as well. That the Lord hears our prayers as well. The Lord through that situation showed me like, okay, you praying for this, I can do it right now. But at the same time, that the Lord was also saying, hey, be ready. For when these things happen, make sure you're mentally and spiritually prepared. Which, of course, when it happened, I gave praises, to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So I want to just go into that in this lesson, man. Just understanding that, hey, we are on an any day basis, man. The Lord can really, set this joint off at any moment. Okay, at any moment. Okay, of course we understand that the powers that be, They have their agendas, and that the way they want to do things and play things out. But the Lord can force their hand, okay, and He will. Okay, ultimately the Lord is the one who's in control of them. Okay, all right, and just in control of all the events that take place, within His story. All right, so hey, with that, I want to go to Luke chapter 21, verse 34. It says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that they come upon you unawares." Okay? "For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Okay? All right, so Yahushua told his disciples, he said, "Take heed to yourselves, man. Okay, watch yourself, man. Okay, all right, lest at any time your heart, which is your mind, be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. That party, bread and circus. Um, given to much wine spirit. Okay, not to say that you can't have a good time, or that you can't, enjoy some wine or whatever, some strong drink. Okay, not to say that you don't take care of yourself and of your family and your responsibilities, but you don't want to be overcharged with these things, which means overburdened with these things. Okay, you don't want to give yourself over to these things. All right, so that lest that day come upon you unawares, because that's what's going to happen to the majority of people that live on the earth. Okay, when shit hits the fan. Okay, all right, and we have had examples of that over the years. Okay, all right. One of the main examples that we often reference, okay, is the whole 2020, the C-19, the lockdowns, the riots, the quarantines, okay, the the stabby wabby, okay, and even prior to that happening, the World War III scares, the fires that were taking place, okay, and the year before, all the weather phenomena that took place, and the riots, all right. I remember vividly around that time, 2019 and going into 2020, and then um, the whole year of 2020. I remember around that time, people prior to all of that really happening, everybody was just going along, with the get along, going on with the regular day to day, routines. Okay, all right. People didn't think that anything was gonna happen. People were about chasing the bag, partying, and BSing. Okay, all right, and then boom, the Lord, boom, switched up the whole scene on them. Okay, and ever since, 2020, the world hasn't really been the same. There has been some sense of return to normalcy to some degree, which through the spirit you can discern that it's really all just an illusion. Okay, all right. But I mean, the world hasn't really been the same. That has definitely left a scar, okay, if you will, on the minds of the people of the world. Okay, all right. So as things start, speeding up, okay, as the days go by, as more prophecies get fulfilled, as the days get shortened and shortened, the Lord's gonna start bringing different judgments to pass. Okay, all right, on a major scale. Okay, all right, not just, oh, what happened in this one isolated location, all right, or it happened in Florida, or it happened in Texas, or oh, that's happening over there in France, oh, that's happening over there in Africa. No, it's going to happen. It's going to affect everybody at the same time. Okay, all right, so that's why we have to be vigilant. That's why we have to watch these prophecies. That's why we have to pray. That's why we have to be in the spirit. That's why we have to be ready. Okay, all right, so that we may be worthy to escape all these things. Okay, all right, so that we may survive. Okay, and stand before the Son of Man, and be delivered. Okay, all right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12. It says, For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Okay, so people, when the Lord bring these judgments to pass, these people in the world gonna get caught. Okay, like fish in a snare, like birds in a like fishes in a net and birds in a snare. Okay, okay. When these evil times come, they just gonna get got. All right. Okay. verse 13, it says, "This wisdom have I also seen under the sun, and it seemed great unto me." It says, "There was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered the same poor man. Then I said, Wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." Okay? All right, so hey, these people out here, they're gonna get caught, okay, in these evil times. But the men of the Lord who have been blessed with the wisdom, okay, are gonna be able to sustain, okay, as it is written, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay, they're gonna be able to escape all these things, man. Okay, as Yahweh Shai said. Okay, all right, like it says in Second Ezra chapter 9. Okay, those that are able to escape by their works and by their faith whereby ye have believed. Okay, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Okay, all right, this is First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Okay, all right, and it's not just the day of the Lord, which of course, that of course is going to come as a thief in the night, okay, to those who do not believe, okay, all right, but also even the judgments leading up to it, all right, are going to come quick, okay, like a thief, like an assassin, okay, all right, when people least expect it. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right, so people are gonna get caught out here. It's gonna come quick. Okay, all right. So we are on an any day basis, man. All right, we have to really move in that spirit. Now, granted, of course, we got to handle our day to day affairs. Of course, we have to balance out, etc. Okay, all right. But at the same time, on the forefront of our mind is knowing, hey, that the Lord can make this thing pop off at any moment. And again, I'm a reference the C-19 and the lockdowns. Okay, all right. Everything seemed to be going, as usual. Okay, business as usual, and then boom, they locked it down for months. Okay, people were within their houses, businesses shut down. Okay, it was no traffic on the roads. All right. So, hey, man, it could happen, man. And I remember around that time, brothers in the spirit, we knew something was getting ready to happen. We just didn't know what. And when that happened, you know, um, I mean, it, we were even to some degree like, wow, look at how the Lord works. Not surprised and caught off guard how people in the world are, but really just marveling at how quickly it happened. And how quickly the Lord made a change, man. Okay. All right. So we have to keep that same energy of anticipation. Okay. All right. Being a watchman. Okay. I will stand upon my watch, set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and I will answer when I am reproved. Okay. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, for it will surely come. It will not tarry. So even if it seems like it's tarrying, it's really not tarrying. Okay. The days are going by fast every day. Okay, 1 week go by, next week go by, then boom. It was just February, man. Okay, it was just January, February. Now we're in June. Okay, get ready to go to July, man. Half of the year is gone, and it doesn't even feel like hardly 3 months went by. But it's actually six that done went by. Okay, all right, nearly 6 months have went by, but it only really feels like maybe 3 months, going on 4 months went by. Go show you how fast the Lord is really moving, man. Okay, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay, so we are not in darkness. Okay, all right, we have the understanding, we have the light. Okay, we have the insight, the spiritual insight of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai through the prophecies, man, through these breakdowns, through the brotherhood. Okay, ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, so we have to watch, man. Okay, we have to be on our watch, ready to see what the Lord is gonna do, and praying for it and hastening it. Okay, all right, rather than be drunken with the affairs of this world. Okay, or even physically over much on the bottle and things like that. Okay, All right, seeking pleasure to try to numb the stress of this world. Nah, man, we got to be focusing on Yahweh Bashim Shai, comforting ourselves in the scriptures, reading the Psalms, reading the promises, locking in, okay, tapping into Yahweh Shai more, okay, being more in the spirit, praying more, meditating more, okay, being really locked in, man. So we know, by the when it happens, we'll already be in the spirit. It'll be second nature, it'll be muscle memory, okay. All right, like the Elder Ariala says, we ain't you ain't gonna be able to snap into a Slim Jim, man. You gotta already be in the spirit. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to wait till Jacob's trouble happened to snap into a Slim Jim, and you're gonna just be in the spirit and you're gonna make the right decisions. No, we gotta be locked in now, man. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai said, "Take heed to yourselves, man." That's why he always put his disciples up on game because he understood the nature of the flesh, how it's weak. Okay, all right, how the flesh, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So he always had to affirm his disciples, man. You know, restate, and break it down again and put them in mind, okay, and admonish them. All right, keep them on alert of these things, okay, to remember these things and apply them. All right, so that they don't get caught off guard or caught out there. Okay, all right, this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." Again, okay. I can remember 2018. I can remember 2018 and 2019 as clear as day, as though it happened yesterday, man. But we're in 2023, and so much has happened since then. Okay, I can remember 2020 as clear as day. Okay, and we're in 2023. Half of the year is gone. Okay, and look at how much has happened since then. Goes to show you the Lord is not playing. The plagues draw nigh and are not slack, man. Okay, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Okay, all right. So you see, when a woman is getting ready to go into labor, okay, da la 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 la, at the grocery store, la da la la la, you know, at the convenience store, at the clothing store, buying her favorite dress, la 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 la, in the garden, you know, watering the plants, at the house, cleaning something, at work, you know, then ooh, boom, the labor pains start coming. The water done broke. You know, next thing you know, she hollering and screaming like her life depended on it, man. Okay, because the pains don't they slack not a moment. That's how it is, man. All right, that's how it's coming. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, man. Okay, all right, it's gonna seem like everything is honky dory. Then next you know, something like a boom, a cyber attack happened, a boom. All right, an EMP happened, a boom, a mass blackout, grid failure happened, a boom, a pestilence happened, another lockdown happened, anything, man. Okay, anything, man. All right, so the Lord is hearing our prayers, man, and He wants us to be ready. Okay, He wants us to be in a state of readiness, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Um, to for him to fulfill these words, man. All right, he wants us to look forward to him coming back, man. To be on the edge of our seats, man. Okay, and so when these things happen, we could have the right spirit of praising the Lord, being in the spirit. Okay, ready to do what we got to do. All right, to make our calling and election sure. Okay, it says, "Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Okay, so the Lord wants us to be ready. Okay, it says, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. He that buyeth as though one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it. And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell there. And he that soweth as if he shall not reap. And so he that planteth the vineyard as though he shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they have that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain." Okay, so of course we can have merchandise. You could have a business. You could plant a garden. You could build a house. You can marry and have children. Okay, you can buy and sell. Of course, you can do those things. All right, but the mindset is not to be invested in those things, man. okay, mentally and emotionally and all wrapped up in it, and being settled upon your leaves, man, because shit gonna hit the fan, man, and all these things gonna be taken away, okay, either compromised or taken away, one or the other, okay, and we're gonna have to be in a spirit of being pilgrims. We may very well end up having to live off the grid, okay, and it's just gonna be the spirit of the Lord guiding us, angels, chariots, angels unawares guiding us, okay, all right, like we read about in the scriptures, okay, things like that happen, all right. But anyway, I'm gonna close out this. This is Second Ezra chapter 3 verse 20. I'm sorry, chapter Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 13. It says, "Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch." Okay, all right. So the kingdom is already prepared for us. We have to watch, man. All right, and the Lord wants us to be in that spirit of anticipation and looking forward to it, man. All right, praying for a few days. And what did the Lord say? He said he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. So we have to be knowing that, hey, man, we praying, how about Shemal Shai, get us the hell up out of here. Father, destroy Babylon, get us out of captivity. I'm sick of being here. Those groanings brothers be doing. How long, Lord? Well, guess what? There's angels that's taking them prayers up. Okay? And guarantee you are not the only one. The brothers that's within the body, okay? And you believers that are with somewhat within our circle. All right, the Lord hears all them prayers, and then guess what? It's more of the elect out there, of the hopeful elect out there that we don't even know about. We don't even know. We ain't even met them. Lord willing, we all endure to the end. We could all meet each other in the kingdom and get acquainted. They praying too. And then on top of that, Yahweh Shai, the Spirit is making intercession for us according to the will of the Most High. Because we don't know always what we ought to pray for as we ought to. So all of that culminating, man, the Lord is hearing these prayers and he getting ready to rock this whole world, man. Okay? He getting ready to rock this world, man. Okay? All right, and we got the answers, man. We don't want to have the insight through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. So, the water Yahweh Shemal Shai, and may we continue to stay upon our watch. Okay, may we continue to stay in that spirit of anticipation. Okay, all right, may the Lord continue to throw faith boosters our way. All right, and may we stay upon our be ready, man. Stay upon our readiness, man. Okay, all right. So, hey, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Merchakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to the elect Kwame Asherala and Abad Baal.